I've always heard about solitary confinement, seen it in movies, but still, it's nothing like reality. It's about over 1.5 meters by 80 centimeters wide, so it's like a grave. Problem is that they lock you in it for so long, and you start to speak to yourself slowly. You start to think, okay, no one's answering me. You start to bang on the door, maybe someone will hear me. You have a bucket that you go to the toilet in, and then they take it out the next day in the morning. So for you to stay in that smell 24/7, for you not to get any air, or for you to not see anybody, that's violation to human basic rights, So until this day, I'm shocked that it still goes on around the world.
Can you tell us how you were feeling at this moment?
That moment was the moment that I always waited for 4 years.
Can we let him through? He's my best friend. Please.
I always thought of that beautiful day, how it's going to be when people are just there welcoming me home, and that always got me through. Very emotional for me, and it was very exciting, but I was always sad that, I'm lucky to have this, but there's still people behind bars that need help. For 4 years, I was moved from prison to prison in Egypt. I was tortured, I was beaten. People were being killed, people were dying in prisons from lack of medication and lack of health. I didn't know when I was going to be released, when I was going to be home, if I'm going to make it alive, if I'm going to die. Why is this happening? I couldn't understand as a 17-year-old why another human was torturing another human. I was just out of my Leaving Cert exams here in Dublin, and I went to visit my extended family in Egypt. Of course, I was a normal teenager, I was just out of exams. I just wanted to have fun, and Egypt has a lot of nice beaches. But a few days later, the politics in Egypt started to rise. There was political conflict that happened between a lot of parties. And then a coup took place. There was a lot of people killed, a lot of people arrested, and a lot of people disappeared. Of those people that were killed were 2 of my close friends that I was actually hanging around with. So later on, I protested in the streets, peacefully protested in the streets. When we were arrested in a mosque. So as a 17-year-old, I always compared everything to Ireland. So when the officer said to me that he only wants to investigate me for 5 minutes and check if I have any criminal record or if I have anything illegal against me, so I was like, okay, that's normal, and it's your right as an officer to do. And later, that 5 minutes turned into I entered my 5th year in prison. So I always like to compare it, each minute with each year. There's a lot of people that have committed suicide in prison, and it always crossed my mind, why shouldn't I just do it? When Amnesty International approved me as a prisoner of conscience, for me it was very important because they were like, okay, we know you're innocent and what's happening to you is not right. I was like, okay, there's people out there that actually believe I'm innocent. It just made me still believe in myself. Once I got about 300 birthday cards, that was very essential in prison because it did give me a push of hope every time. I just wanted, first of all, to say thank you to Amnesty for helping me, and that I'm home today because of the pressure that happened with Amnesty. I'm here today after 4 years, and it's actually insane to actually think that I'm standing here because I just never thought it would happen. And I just thanking you 1,000 times, 1 billion times. For the rest of my life wouldn't be enough because you all gained my freedom. Now I have a voice that I have to use, and I have to use it for the good cause. Amnesty International, you heard of Amnesty International before? Hey. I'm here today to tell the people of Ireland and the people outside of Ireland, any human basically who can answer a human call, that there's a lot of thousand people who still need help around the world. You have 2 minutes. And today we have Amnesty International on the street, like you said. Hope you're enjoying the day. Thank you very much.